Hi, WW. I'm on just a few minutes early because I've got to make sure you guys can hear me and that this is I'm trying so hard to keep this from getting messed up this time. Okay. All right. So, can you guys hear me this time? Hear and see me. I sure hope so. Mm, oh man, I think I messed this one up again. Okay. Patricia, you guys can hear me this time? Did I get it right for once? Yes. Okay, good. Hey, sometimes it's the small things in life. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, for once, this is the first time it didn't give me problems with my internet, like the last 3 times. So I think that was one of the issues. It was messing up my lives when I was going. Okay, let me get this down a little bit. I'm gonna pull this up. Let me get situated here, guys. That's my laptop on the left because I like to have it close enough. I like to see and talk to you guys. I like to see the chat. And that's the only way I can have it nice and big here. All right. I'm just gonna double check. Yep, it looks like I'm good. I'm trying to angle it a little bit differently, um, because it's weird when you guys can't see anything at all. Like you're just talking to a desk. I keep kind of getting this. All right. So you guys can see a little bit of my desk. You can see my mirror, see me a little bit. Because I think that's so strange. If all you guys are looking at is right here, like I'm some disembodied voice somewhere. Okay. Yeah, I like our little setup tonight. That's better. All right. Okay. All right. I took a little extra time today to make sure I was going horizontal and I wasn't going to have mess ups like the other times with my internet. Hey, Rachel, WW, Patricia, Cindy, Bon. And let me scroll up a little bit. I don't want to miss anybody. And of course, Wendy. Um, all right. How is everybody today on this? Well, here it's gloomy in the Midwest. W always makes me laugh. He goes, "Hello, Wendy from the Midwest." Oh, good. Hi, Marie. Oh, I'm glad it's sunny where you are because it's gloomy and chilly here, and I'm just ready for spring. Wendy, did you say you were in Florida or something? I don't remember what you guys say where you live. But 90s? Wow. At this time of the year? Like, we're just in April. Oh, that's right. You are in Arizona. Oh, I am I am actually good today, Rachel. I wasn't gonna have a live, but I just felt like it. I thought, nope, I need to talk to my people. My little YouTube family here. It's just kind of been one of those days. But it'll be okay. It always is. I did get to make some videos that I uploaded. I did a on the members channel, I did a cold reading for whoever it resonated with. Thank you to and to subscribe to my channel and you get all the videos and all this. It doesn't cost anything. Oh, okay. I knew somebody was down south. I used to live in for quite a number of years. I lived in Texas. About as south as you can possibly get. Mission, Texas, and then we also lived in McAllen. That was before um that was before it got so dangerous to live right on the border. And we literally were right there on the border. Hi, Roden. How are you? Wow. Um, Marie, oh my, what time would it possibly be right now in South Africa? How have you been today, Rachel? Yeah. Oh, so is it like 1:04 in the morning? Or you ever guys ever think about that? Like there's from the United States, there's these different countries that it'll actually be the next day. Oh, wow. Okay, so 1:04 in the morning. Darkness. Good, Rachel, I'm glad. Oh, goodness. I gotta fix something here on my little laptop. Okay. Yeah, oh, okay. So, yeah, Marie, since you're in the middle of the night, yeah, you would be Sunday. Whereas we are still Saturday, obviously. Oh, goodness. And I know in my video earlier, um, I had put to write some things down and I did get to read some of those. So hopefully I'm gonna remember what you guys were talking about. There wasn't a lot, so I should be able to. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Um, this what changed everything for me is this it's an extendable um and it can be extended all over the place ring light, but in the center of it is my phone. So it's a really nice setup. And that was I know I keep saying it, but I'm so grateful. Um that was a gift from Bond because she really did want to bless me for my channel and on these lives, and she knew I was struggling a lot. I was struggling a lot with lighting and everything. So I'm very appreciative. Yeah, I do like it. And now I just leave everything set up exactly the way it is. And with this system, I can. So the only thing that's on my desk now is everything from my readings from my videos. Thank you, Bon. Yep. And now people can actually see me shuffling, because people like to, and I get it. When I watch some psychic mediums, and during their readings, I like watching them shuffle. It's just one of those things. It's something in most of us that we like to see that. It's almost like a meditative feeling. Yeah, Bond was incredibly sweet. So, and I know every day I come and I don't want to embarrass you, but every day I come and sit down, I kind of look forward to it now because it's not that huge struggle anymore. Oh, I like the little pink hearts. I like those. Um, I have a question for you guys. And I've encountered this with other people's lives. Like, say I missed their life, which most of the time I do because I'm pretty busy. Um, and then when I go back to look at it, they'll only show like 5 comments, and I can't get any of the other comments to show. And the same thing is happening um with my lives. And then people that are coming, to watch it, they don't get it's kind of weird because they're hearing me, they're seeing the video, but they're not able to follow along where it makes sense with what we were talking about, if that makes sense. So to me, YouTube needs to work on that. And there's the Nancy Yellow Hearts. Oh, Marie, I think you're asking me, right? If that question is for me, I have been doing I've done quite a lot of Nancy videos, and I have done readings for most of the family, the immediate family, and you can find those in my YouTube. Okay. I know, it's really weird. I don't Oh, really? Wendy, where do you find a transcript? I know I've seen that somewhere. So when we if you open up the transcript, will it show kind of side by side? Oh. Well, Bon, if you're asking about mine, they've settled down and they're both out of heat. So now I can schedule their getting them both fixed because I'm not sure I can go through that again with both of them in heat at one time. Oh, okay. All right. So so Mark is Savannah's husband. I know. They bond both of their little fat they're both extreme short hair exotic Persians. Um one has a sweet, happy looking little face, but the other one has got like what they call the grumpy cat, almost identical. So she looks grumpy all the time, even though she isn't. I love them. Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna have to remember that. Who is okay? Remind me again, guys. Oh no, what am I saying? Savannah's husband is Michael. Michael Feldman. Mark is Mark her ex-husband? I'm so confused right now. Oh, okay. All right. So she probably means Mike, which is Michael Feldman, which is Savannah's husband. Yeah, cause and I did do oh, so Savannah it is Savannah's ex. He is the last one that I haven't done a reading on. And there's a reason for that is I they've been apart for many, many years. I know it wasn't the greatest breakup and divorce. They were only together, I think, for a couple of years. But in a way, the reason I haven't done a reading on him is um that he doesn't have a stake in this. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have a motive. He doesn't have he wouldn't have any access to any money from Nancy. Wendy, mine's been happening to me all day long. It's like you know the words you're trying to say, and it's just gone. Oh goodness. Nope, you had not lost it. But I did question myself there for a second, Wendy. I was wondering, am I thinking the wrong person completely? You know, sometimes you question yourself. Yeah, because I didn't really like I didn't really get who was Mark. Marie, do you say like her ex-husband has a stake in it? What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, right. That's her current husband, um, Michael Feldman, and I'm not sure exactly what he does, but I know he retired, I believe a colonel from the Air Force. He had he had a little time intelligence, and when he got out, he was a fixer. He would come and make sure that things were okay with issues. Now I know that there's a lot more technical terms to what he does, but I can't think of that all the words that describe him. Oh, okay. Now I know, right, Marie. Um, but if I remember correctly, that's her current. Oh, wait a minute. Am I getting myself all messed up? There's so many people involved in this. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe I'm just thinking I might be thinking totally wrong. I might be mixing people up. Um, So maybe, yeah, I might be mixing people up. I've done so many readings on so many people about this case that, yeah. So this Mark is in jail? I'm so confused. Okay. I'm like, I'm so confused because I know her current husband's name is Michael, correct? Michael Feldman. Okay. Thank you, Andy. I'm not losing my mind. Okay, so Marie, sorry, all of us are very confused about all these different names. So Mark Orchid, Orchard, um, you're saying he's in jail right now? Right. No, I get that you're talking about her ex because she's been married twice. And I don't really know much about her first husband at all. I just know that he really hasn't been in the picture much at all. So, Marie, are you okay? So I am confusing myself. You said okay. So there's a Mexican man named Jose, and you say he's in jail, and he's going to take a plea deal soon. And you think that the Jose has something to do with this? Am I connecting all the dots? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Sorry, Marie. I'm up to speed now. Oh, goodness. See, and I haven't heard anything about it. Um, so how is Jose connected to this case? Let's take it one step at a time because inquiring minds want to know. Because I am behind on news stories and all that. I mean, I'll be the first to say that. Have any of you guys heard about this? Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it. So are you saying that this man Jose is connected to Mark, her ex? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, lately I've been trying to go to only more credible, like, news outlets that are better with facts, um, and they get more of the facts correct. Wendy, maybe if you go, like, to Google and then, put in Savannah's ex-husband connected to Jose who's in jail, or something, anything along those lines. Yeah, I mean, I haven't put Mark aside completely. I just felt like the other people um that are involved in this, that they would be there the chances of being involved, in my opinion, are a lot better. What are you laughing at, Bond? I'm like I'm like, goodness. I am oh, Lord. Some days I just get up and, it's a struggle all day to keep all the different facts straight and who's who and what and where they were. Um, yeah, if I don't write things down, I have a hard time remembering some things. Somebody had said that I really do need to start writing down my readings and who was it and major points. And they're right because of daily migraines every day of my life, uh not being able to memorize, and it also affects my memory, like, day to day. Yeah, that's a good way to do that. WW. And I have a feeling you had told me what your real name was the last live, and for the life of me I cannot remember it. Yeah, that WW's wording was a lot better than mine. Oh. Oh, you didn't? Okay. I do know that several people told me, "Oh, that's my screen name and this is my real name." It can be a little hard to try to remember everybody's actual names. It's like mine, people still there's some people that still call me Pink. And I've tried to remember to say, "My name is Wendy." All right. Well, while Wendy, the other Wendy, is going and checking on that, did you guys were you guys able to see my little short video saying I was going live and I was telling you guys about um I've now got that farm goat farm. The people are now coming into my channel and making what do you mean? Oh, you mean Nancy Seeley, don't you? Or or is this a whole you're talking about Nancy Guthrie. I'm so confused tonight. um, I need to uh what? Hi Tammy. Hi Nancy. You mean Nancy Guthrie was shot? How do we know that? I hadn't heard that Nancy Guthrie had been shot. Oh yeah, Tish, right? That because that's your crochet name. And your real name was Tish. Welcome, Tish. Oh, hey, just in case you didn't hear right from the get go, I was saying it's been one of those days for me. And I'm like, nope, I need to connect with my little YouTube family because it's very comforting, just like the word you used. Have any of you guys seen any of those comments so far? they're posting them in the actual video I made about that farmer. I love you too, Nancy. So far, they're not being mean. They're not being hateful. They're not being mean. The closest they came to it was telling somebody who had put a comment to me that this lady on the video doesn't know, nothing she says is true, which I did respond. I did respond to that. Oh. Oh, I did hear about that Savannah going to, she was gonna go to the Olympics, right? Yeah, I did hear that. I just read that the other day. Um, I'm sorry, guys, I'm just reading. The Nancy, are you said there are pictures out of the inside of Nancy's home. Is that on the news? Okay. Oh, wow. See, and I tried to learn how to crochet. Yeah, very, very quickly, I realized that this was not the hobby for me. Well, good on you, Tammy, that you broke your arm, but you're still sitting there crocheting. Oh, okay. All right, Nancy. Yeah. Um, yeah, because I did think that he was a producer for a channel. Okay. See, I don't know a lot about Mark. And there was only a couple of excerpts that I read connected to Nancy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we really put our minds kind of like open our minds in a way, if he's a producer and Nancy is also in that same line of work, I mean, hmm, I guess you could form some type of connection. Okay. Yeah, I know they were only married for a few years. And she did give a mini, what do you call it? Like a synopsis type of interview that just said, we are splitting and it was a very sad situation. And that's the only thing I've heard. Oh, yeah, that is true. Tammy, I would think so. That if you learned younger, because I think I tried like 2 years ago, and it gave me so much anxiety. I don't know why. I was trying, and I'm like, okay, this is not working. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Diane. Welcome. Yeah, Rachel. I agree. I mean, but every week that goes by, um, I'm losing more hope. And I feel like that's what a lot of people all over the country are doing. And I think that's what her family's also doing. I think they're getting to the point of almost like an acceptance of what's really going on. Yeah. Now, I had never knew her name, but every great once in a while, because she's on a pretty big show, um, I recognized her face, not so much her name. Um, yeah, Bond, that's why I went ahead and I did do that reading for her current husband, because of the political connections there. I felt like it was worthwhile. Let's just do a reading, see what it shows, because we won't know, unless we do a reading. Yeah, I don't watch TV either. I watch my YouTube channels. I don't like all the doom and gloom about the news. I stopped watching the news quite a few years ago. Now, if I hear something, I go in, specifically put it in to Google and read that specific thing. Yeah, Nancy, I had heard that she is going back to work on Monday. I'm hoping I think I think it'll help her. Tammy, believe it or not, some mornings, because I get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to get ready for work. And a lot of times I get my phone and I look right away. I think this case has touched a lot of people all over this country. Like, if it could happen to somebody such as Nancy Guthrie, who was an elderly woman with medical issues, um, yeah, it it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Now, some of you guys, uh, we were talking in the comments about how strange what came out about Savannah's brother, Cameron, in when he first found out that his mom was missing. And we all agree that his response was not normal at all. Like, because I think the timeline was Annie called somebody called Annie or something that the mom hadn't gone over to somebody's house to watch a church, right? And told she didn't show up. And that's not like, so I think Annie called Savannah at that point and said, mom's gone. That's what Savannah said. So when somebody talked to Cameron, that was Savannah said on the interview, that was his first response. Sounds like it was probably a kidnapping for ransom. There were no facts. There was nothing. See, to me, the first thing, and I talked about this quite a few, what do you call, um, videos concerning this case ago. My first inclination would be, okay, one, she's elderly, she's got severe health problems. I would think, okay, let's call the hospital. Maybe an ambulance came and picked her up. Let's go look around the neighborhood. Maybe for whatever reason, she went outside and or something. But to say, um, instantly, that it was very telling. And a lot of people think that Savannah said it on purpose because she said it very casually. But people have watched it, and talked about this interview, think that it was said on purpose. Yeah. Now, I haven't hardly heard nothing about, all of their dead. I mean, maybe I haven't been looking for it. Wait a minute, Wendy, they have Barnes& and Nobles has decks? And yeah, and I think also Savannah said to him, "Do you think that has to do with me?" And his words to her were, "Sweetie, it probably does." That was his first conversation, and I find that so very strange. Tiff, I see, I'm a cat obsessed with my decks, and I've ordered 2. They're gonna be here tomorrow. I ordered them on Amazon. I had no idea that Barnes& and Noble would even carry decks. Um, let's see, because I think I missed something. Go up just a little bit. And, Tammy, were you talking about, he was hurtful to her after her mom went missing or just in general? Tish, I love my oracle decks. The way the way I read, I use them 90% more than my regular tarot. The tarot I do like to use is almost like a combination of oracle and tarot. Okay. Oh, I have a feeling, um I was reading Wendy's comment. No, sorry, Bond. That she saw a reading yesterday about Cameron and that he's not really crazy about Tom. I have a feeling that a lot of people in that immediate family wasn't too crazy about him. That's the feeling I've gotten right from the get-go. So, Bond, yeah, I would have to agree with that sentiment. What? He changed cars to a Tesla? Why? And he hasn't been working. right? Because he was a teacher. And since this happened, he had stopped teaching. So how is he affording a brand new car? A Tesla. Let me go down here. Yeah, some of us went over to Kosa's channel on TikTok, right? I believe. The other night, but it got so late and I got so tired. I had to go to bed. Yeah, Tish, they're my favorites. The sorry, I'm gonna reach over here. These um these have become my all-time favorites. Um because they are a regular tarot up like seven of pentacles and it'll give some meanings down there. But then the oracle card comes into play and that adds to some of this. And it's also Lenormand card, which is mostly about the picture. So I have never found another card or anything that is like that. And those have become one of my favorites. Fun when you say they all blend together. Because I watch people too, right? Um, I watch tarot readers and things that are authentic and sometimes all the different information I do forget who said what, where, when. Then trying to keep my own in line is something. Oh, okay. Yeah. Bon, I think you're right. Now that you say that about Tommaso, yeah, that rings a bell that I've read that also. Yes, absolutely. Wendy, I am 100% drawn to decks. Now, sometimes I'm in a little bit too much of a hurry to I see it, I don't give it enough time. I look at the cards, how they're set up, and if I don't give them enough time to really think about it, and if I order them very quickly, a lot of times I get them and I'm not drawn to them at all. I know, Wendy, you're really good about um taking notes and everything. Yeah, it's and that is important. Now some like um this next coming week, guys, I am going to put a short video about the giveaway. The tarot cards giveaway that I showed. It's been a hot minute cuz a lot's been going on since I showed the cards that are going to be in that giveaway. And the ones that are in there are ones I got and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't give it enough time. I'm not drawn to these at all, at all." So instead of just holding on to decks that I've had for quite some time and they're nice cards, I would rather pass them along to somebody else that may feel drawn to them. What what could they why would they even be taking things out of the house? And I wouldn't think that they would be allowed to, because it wasn't that long ago that the FBI went back to the house, right? And looked for additional evidence. I know, Wendy, we do. Um, yeah. Sorry, Alessandria, I know you said what you like to be called by, but I don't remember. But I feel, in my opinion, that your statement um is pretty correct. Wendy, that's a really good question about how do we know our spirit guides? You have to just, each time you do a reading, before you start, open your mind to it and say, if there is a spirit guide out there for me that would really love to help me in this reading, stuff, and don't be surprised if you don't get anything right away. The next time you think about it, do it again. My spirit guide Claire showed up on her own, completely on her own. And yeah, I always tell people she never left. Um, let's see. Thank you, Bon. I know I have quite a few people off and on. They come in waves that want me to do my readings like other people, that it's very regimented. They don't add anything. They don't personalize their readings on videos or anything like that. They're just regimented. And I think that's more the norm than a lot of us. And that's just the way I want to do my readings. What's that? Oh, hold on. I gotta go back up. Um, I'm reading Wendy's comment. Oh, really? Wendy was saying that she had heard that that is a protected way to inherit tarot. Has to be gifted or not to use used tarot. Now, I did bring that up about eBay because every once in a while I'll go on eBay and look for tarot cards. And I see a lot of used tarot. It says right there, used. I don't know that seller. I don't know if they found them at a Goodwill. I don't know if the original person that had them used it for more dark things than light, like myself. So, personally, unless I know, um, like a reader and where exactly you're getting them from, I would not ever buy used. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Wendy, I came to that conclusion on my own because of my experience and the feelings that I get when I am doing readings. And to me, it's a little bit of, at least with me, within me, it's common sense for me when I think about it. But You guys know that I deal with negative spirits and evil spirits, right? So I think that has also made me very cautious of anything like that. Where remember last time let you guys know there's no power in these, but my energy is connected to this, and that my gifts come out like that. So if that's the case, who would think who knows if you get something that's used, if that's still there, would that I personally, I would never chance it unless you know the reader and you know what they're about. Like, I'm out there with it. I live my life in the light. Um it's just the way and then I do my readings are within the light. I don't go to that darkness, like, and I'm not talking about like dealing with negative spirits, like practicing dark things. Let me see. I've got myself a little behind. Um, Alessandra, I had read that. Now, see, the first thing I read with a news channel, it was Fox News, I believe, online, was at the time, and they may be wrong about this, that between Annie's house and Nancy's house, he had a house that he was renting or something between both the houses. So you could be right about him staying in the guest house, but maybe he got permission or something um from authorities that they were done collecting. The first thing that comes to mind is maybe if he is staying there, maybe it's to protect the property from strange people that would love to get inside the house or something. Oh, yeah. I had heard that about the house also. Oh, Wendy, you're so sweet. So did he officially resign? I'm hoping he did. Oh, okay. Oh, Ruins. Yeah, that came out this last reading that I just did. I did the second reading on him, and that was some new information. Now, just know that it showed ruins, and he may be into ruins, but it may also mean some other things that he's into. It may be like a combination. But if I don't feel something 100% at the time of the reading, during the reading, I don't say that. Let's see here. What? I am so far behind on things. Where did that go? No, camera guy was supposed to be staying in there prior to what? Thank you, Bon. Camera guy. Cameron. Get it? Are they one and the same? Camera guy, Cameron. Oh, no, no, they aren't. In just in general, they aren't. Now, people that delve into that dark side of this anything can make anything evil, if that makes sense. But in general, no. It's there's a gift to reading those. I don't have that, even if I researched it and I looked and see what is this? What do they do? That is not one of my gifts, but they say that anybody can basically learn runes. Mm, let's see. Oh, Rachel, I like all the cards. I love my decks. And that's why I'm weeding some out that I've had them so long and I've never used it because I'm never drawn to it. So I do have quite a few. I think I have now, I think I have over 40 different decks. Oh my gosh. Dees, you're here. Oh, welcome. I have been sending people over to you left and right. People love you. They love how you read because you're an intuitive reader, and that's how I also read. Oh, you're welcome. I still have you saved, and every once in a while I hurry and go back and check and look at your videos really quick. My life has gotten crazy busy. Yeah, people love you. They love how you read. They say that you are very authentic and very down to earth. Not, and I'm not boasting about, but they say we're pretty similar. And I didn't tell people who, but you changed pretty much my life around when it comes to gifts with one of your first videos I watched, and it resonated. And I stopped feeling any shame or guilt about the way I was raised and in the church and things like that. Oh, you're welcome. No, it really did. You were the first person that I actually heard that from. And once that happened, peace just came over me and I'm like, "Nope, nope, I'm going for this." And here I am. I'm now I'm now on YouTube. Oh, goodness. So you see you just you never know when one small thing can change somebody's life. So thank you for that. I now have a 2-year plan about my regular job. Oh, did how did how did the interviews go and stuff? That was my last video I watched. That you had some really good interviews. And I'm hoping they panned out for you. Let's see. But and yeah, you don't have to answer that on here if you don't want to. Yeah, I was talking about um one of your videos not that long ago when it came to um one of your videos and you said one thing and changed everything in my thought processes and how I was doing my readings, concerning the Guthrie case. And I was telling, um, my little YouTube family that, and they wanted to know who you were. And I said, "Hey, I'm one of these. I'll promote anybody and any psychic medium that I believe in and not feel like upset about it." So I've been sending people over there. Um, oh, which one was it? You turned a card over and it was about Michael. And you said one little sentence. What was it? You said somebody had help finding or getting rid of the body. You remember that? And I just stopped and I went, it just clicked in me. And so my very next readings, um, oh yeah, I changed my direction. I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of this? So yeah, things have been coming out big time. Oh, sorry. Sorry about the job. Because I know you said one of them was something you'd really like to have. You'll get one though. Um, oh, yeah. Her poetry is creepy. Let's see. Yeah, Beyond has the most that's one of the things I told him. I was like, "Man, I wish I had a voice like hers on camera." Her voice, it just kinda mesmerizes you. And you do, you have a very beautiful voice. Oh, Wendy, you're talking about the giveaway? Um, I know, because I know Dee also does giveaways when she hits big milestones. But if you're, talking about the one I'm gonna do, I'll make a post or not a post, I'll make a video. Everybody who comments gets put in, and that's all you have to do. Well, thank you, WW. It just doesn't sound that way to me. Oh, okay. All right, Wendy. Yeah, that is how it is. This coming week, I'm gonna put that video up. Oh, wait a minute. Jennifer's here. Hello. Because I thought you said you were gonna be there, or somebody did, but yeah, because you're here almost every single live I do. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, and then I'll put a little short up there too about that. Oh, I know. Mon, ugh. I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but early on, starting from my very first reading about Nancy, I got a certain card 3 times come out, and it was very graphic. It's my it's my my true crime, and the card that came out was so graphic sounding that I for the first 2 times it came out, I didn't show it. That's, like, out of respect for the family. Um, Yeah. Oh, did she? What did the yeah, the I've how long have I had this? Now I was on Facebook, but there was so much negativity, that I went away from it. And I thought, well, I used my YouTube just for like clients' videos because each reading I do for them, I videotape it for them. And I thought, well, what's the worst that could happen? Um, Let me just start doing all my readings. And I just took a leap of faith. I have only been doing this for a few months, but I love it. It's like my happy place. Oh yeah. Yeah. And just my screen name, Pink Mystic Medium, because that's my eBay store for my cards. It's Pink Mystic Tarot, so it kind of bled in. But yeah, my name is Wendy. My full name is Wendy Elliott. People say I shouldn't say that, but I'm like, there's a lot of Wendy Elliots in the world. I know there's multiple Nancys, there's multiple Wendy's, um, multiple Ruths, and we all get it all mixed up in every single life. We don't know who we're talking to. It's kind of funny. And Dee, just so you know, like each live I do something a little different. Last time I did mini, little mini readings for people. One time, I did an actual reading for Nancy. Sometimes we just do this. We just a lot of people, like-minded people, we get together and we just talk. And it's really nice, very relaxed. It's just like, I call it like our soft place to land. And there's quite a few people that have gifts here, but there's just as many people that don't. So we talk a lot about Nancy. The we do talk a lot about tarot. We ask People are asking each other questions about it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to comment quite a bit. And I wrote on there that right after normally I'm not a big commenter on other people's videos. I'm just kind of a watcher. But that one, oh wait a minute. See, we could be talking to the other Wendy. uh, I used to comment, and I one time I did comment that your sharing your background changed. It kind of changed my life, and it brought me peace in my life. I know. We Wendy joked that she needs to change her screen name so everybody knows who's talking to which one. I don't even get embarrassed. I just presume it might be me. It's true. It's true, B. It just, I felt whole when I just allowed myself to fully accept every single gift that I knew I had since birth and embrace it fully. And it did, it brought me so much peace in my life that it wasn't even funny. Oh, somebody had I bet you're the one that told me about passionate perseverance, right? I Wendy, it's fine. I think everybody's kinda used to it by now that we kinda don't know sometimes, and it's perfectly fine. I kinda laugh about it because a lot I'll realize that I'm answering your question. I'm like, "Nope, that one was not for me." Yeah, I keep wanting to go and, look at a lot of you guys' recommendations to me. I just wish I had more time. I think Beyond knows all about that. We really wish, I think a lot of us are like that, that we really this is like what we truly love to do, what we're called to do, but we still need to pay the bills. That's the way I always say it. Yep, gotta go back to work tomorrow. Gotta pay the bills. Yeah, Wendy, I agree. It is I do. You hear me laughing about it a lot. I'm like, whoopsie, that was not for me. That was for the other Wendy. Has anybody seen in the comments or anything, Kate, who lost her dad last month, or not last month, like in the last 2 weeks? I think that was her name. Oh, I really? Isn't that the truth, Wendy? I was sitting here doing it in my head tonight, going, "Yep, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna keep working hard. Doesn't matter how tired I am. I'm gonna make this happen." Yeah, Tish, you're right. Yeah, you are right, Beyond. You're right. People ask me that. Um, I had to go away from a lot of my Facebook groups. I had to go away from delete those channels because there was way too many people that were basically taking advantage of people. They had no gifts. And it made me want to jump in every time. And I couldn't do that. So I always tell people just be careful. Go with somebody, ask for the readings from somebody you trust, somebody you've watched on video and that you're comfortable with, because there's just way too many people out there that are taking advantage of people. And it just, but, and you were talking about when you read people. I have a question for you. I've encountered with several clients that want me, they ask for readings from me, and every time they want me to ask their loved one for a code word. Their loved one is not giving me that, and they just keep pressing the issue. It makes me feel almost like they're testing me, and it's almost what it's done, it's kinda blocked me. I'd be curious if any readers have encountered that type of thing. I'm so far behind on comments. Yeah, I agree. After a while, when you've done readings enough and you've seen enough people doing readings, you can kind of you can kind of see. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I know. That's what I said. When you say I'm not a circus act, to I told somebody that, one of my friends, that I'm not trying to jump through hoops like a circus dog, that jumps through the hoops. Yeah, because it blocks me. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I just got another message. Did he ever tell you the code word? I haven't responded. And beyond, we do have quite a number of people here that have realized that they do have gifts and they're starting their journey. And I think that's incredible. I love that you guys have made friends, connections outside of, you know, my lives, outside of my readings. Oh, absolutely, Wendy. That's funny. That's funny. I might have to say that the next time. Yes. Um, uh, Wendy, you can ask for a reading about basically anything with any concerns. Um, the one I just encountered that, and I had to let them know I could no longer read for them, do readings for them because the wife wanted me to connect with her husband's brother to use the reading to tell her husband something. And I was like, "Ooh, no, no, can't do that." I said, "I'm not comfortable using my gifts, hiding things from your husband." And I'm like, "No, I know. When you got M bond and stuff, yeah, bond. It's a secret. Um, it's quite amazing how we've become such a kind of a tight knit group here, and it's happened so quickly. Yeah, that no, my integrity, my ethics is really high, and I let them know, "Sorry, I'm not comfortable using my gifts to keep things from your husband, to manipulate, um, things in your marriage." I'm like, "I cannot do that." Yeah, bond, people can. Wendy, I remember you said that about your sister. I cannot imagine. I just cannot imagine that happening. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Bond. You guys are always so uplifting. Just the most encouraging, uplifting people. WW, I think I think one time you had missed and you were like, "I can't believe I missed that live." And I didn't mess it up. And my electronics didn't go wonky tonight. Everything performed exactly the way it was supposed to. Instead of 5 minutes before the live, my internet will go out, my My laptop here won't connect to my lot. It Tonight was the first time everything just went smooth. I was like, "Ooh, I needed that." Um, the Maglite and She Talks to I haven't heard I haven't heard anybody about that. I think, Bond, she's talking about that Maglite, that really strong metal flashlight. That's what I know a Maglite as. At least I think that's what it is. Um, is there any room? They're all female. Sorry, I'm reading, guys. Oh, really? Pressed, present. Say that 3 times. That's that's really interesting that you're an investigative research. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never seen that. There's a lot of gifts and things that I have never seen. I wish I had the time to go and look at a bunch of this type of things. The only time my light goes off is when the spirit's not happy. It'll blink on and off. Oh, that's heartbreaking, Wendy. Gosh. Okay. See, and Bond, see, I don't know anything about numerology or um the astrology part of it. Um, there's just so much out there that I wish I had the time to really look into. Oh, oh, that's really interesting. Pressed said about reading energy. See, I'm unable to read energy. I can feel energy. I'm a strong empath, and I can feel energy when spirits may be around me. I can feel in my workplace, um, if somebody is really not a good person, but I'm not able to read it. Sorry, guys. I am a little slow on reading. Alessandria, I think you were talking about the the person with the flashlight and things. It might be. You guys do the Oh yeah, WW. Yeah, they do. I have found that guys aren't as vocal sometimes in even in my comments or in the lives, but they're here. Oops. I want to read that. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Pressed. Yeah. And Wendy, I think we had talked about on here one night that you think you have some of the empath qualities. Um, so yeah, that would be particularly hard on you to feel her actual pain of what she's going through. And that's somebody that you know it's your family and you're close to and you love. So to me, that would be even harder than feeling strangers, if that makes sense. Yeah, I know. I just cannot imagine going through something like that with your sister, just to lose her husband right in front of her. Yeah. And you know what? And now that you are starting this journey, it really might help help your sister. It's like a trickle down effect. Yeah, pressed. That's what I feel also. Yeah, they're talking about secrets and keeping it to themselves and things. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Thank you, Diane. I am. It was a tough day, like all of us. Some days are tougher than others. And also I just thought, I'm like, nope, I need to go spend time with my YouTube family. It's the one place I can be fully myself. And that's incredibly comforting. But thank you. Yeah, Diane, I try to do each live. Let's do like a little bit something different. Let's see here. Yeah, WW. I think she is going to be also. He, they were talking about Wendy being a very intuitive reader. Yeah, Bon. Yeah, Bon saying Bon's an empath, and that's the way I describe it too. Um, being a double-edged sword. At at one point in my life, I didn't want anything to do with it because it was just I didn't know how to control it. I didn't know what to do with it. Um, but now I do. It's hard, but when it comes to my readings, it's it's a blessing in my readings because I get to hear and feel the emotions behind people that I'm connected to. Oh, okay. Mhm. Oh, yeah. I know. It's like sometimes we all just need a little escape, if you think about it. I'm glad you're here too, WW. Let's see. Yeah, that's really interesting, Press. Yeah, and Tammy, and that is why I made a decision early on that I was just going to be myself. I don't say all the fancy words that when it comes to doing readings, and I don't always say the right things. I'm just myself. I can't do anything else. I've experienced that same thing. I will say something, and I'll say to people at work, I'll be like, I'm showing my age," because that's a saying that younger people would not even know. So I always laugh out, "Oopsie, I'm showing my age." Yep, Bon, you're right. We all have tough days. I feel like the way I try to turn them around and say, "Okay, what was really going on? Um, the way you were thinking, was that right? Was that realistic? Or is that just that negative self-talk that we like to do so much in our heads?" So I try to actually learn from things. Life is just fully about learning and growing, and it doesn't matter what your age is. I'm a Leo, Pressed. W, are you talking about me? Put I like your little ghost emoji there. Yeah, me neither, Vaughn. I now I wouldn't give up being an empath for anything. Thank you, Tammy. Oh, Press, you I was on a I have a lot of my YouTube channels, right? That I watch. I look forward to them every day. And goodness gracious, I'll I get the something they're going through, and next thing I know, I don't even realize that I'm crying and I'm like feeling this person's pain. And sometimes I have to go, okay, snap out of it, Wendy. Like, snap out of it. This isn't your pain. This is their pain that they are feeling. I kind of laugh at myself sometimes because for a split second you wonder, okay, am I depressed? Or and then you realize no, this is somebody else's pain. You're feeling for them, and you connect with their pain very quickly before you know it sometimes. Oh, dynamite. Yeah, we and I did talk about this. It to me it was so frustrating that I'll go back to people's lives, and because I don't have time to watch them when they're going on, and the comments are gone other than like 5. But Wendy said you click on and you find the transcript, and it gives you what was being said that has to do with the person that is filming. So it makes sense. Yeah, I've never had them like disappear when I'm actually on the live. The most it does with me is it'll flip me down to the very last comment sometimes. Then I have to scroll back up to where I was. Yeah, Bon, you are right about that. The more you resist the empath side of you, it makes things very hard on yourself. You just always people will ask me, how do you deal with being a strong empath? You have to come up with coping skills. Um, Myself, I picture slamming the door shut when I realize I've taken on somebody else's emotions, feelings, sorrow, that are not mine to take on. You have to learn what works for you, and sometimes it's a trial and error. But then once you find what works for you, um, it makes all the difference in the world. Oh, Dynamite. I have my 3 little Persians here. I lost my first 2 and it just broke my heart. Mine are let's see. Let's see where mine are, because I know you guys wanna see them every once in a while. I don't know if I'll be able to see, I don't wanna take my phone out of my little contraption thing here. Let me see if I can actually move this. There's one. I'm shocked she hasn't climbed up over here because, well, it's probably because 'cause I'm not doing a reading. Whenever I do a reading, she wants to be on top of the cards, but that's one. Hello. Hello, sweet girl. This is Violet. She has the happy, um, Persian face. B has the grumpy cat cartoon looking face. She always looks like she's upset. This is my sweet girl. She's very connected to me, and I'm very connected to her. When she senses when I'm really upset, and she comes to me immediately and just stares me in the eye like she knows. Mhm. S- See, and I don't know anything about the all the different signs and how that plays out in tarot. Sorry guys, I definitely just got behind petting my cat. Yeah. Because I mean, we love our pets, but then some you feel um like a really deep connection with. Hi, Kosa. I did go to your live, um, but it was so late, I was starting to fall asleep in my chair, so I couldn't stay and watch very long. But it was really interesting. Bon, did you miss the cat face? Bon, did you look away? I showed her little cat face. Okay. Don't miss it this time. Let me see if I can get this to work. There's my girl. Here's my girl. That's my girl. She's a sweet little violet. But if she doesn't ever want me to stop petting her is the problem. And I'm like, okay, sorry, sorry. I gotta go to work. I gotta do things. I can't only just pet you. Yeah, now she's tapping me saying, pet me, pet me, pet me. Hi. Oh, the little one heard me talking to Violet. Hi, Bee. Hi. Oops. I gotta mess things up a little bit here. Okay. Let me go back here, bring this down. Okay. Everything is back right again. There we go. If I move this, one of them will come up here. Whoopsie. Didn't want to do that. Now I can't see my I just messed this up. But hello. Hello. Hi. I know. No, you can't have my coffee. You I know. I talked to you and I petted you. So, okay, come on. I know. Come on. The other one now wants to come up too. Come on. Come on, B. Look, I have no cards out tonight. You can actually come. Now watch, she won't. Hey. Oh, 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 better turn this off. Especially after she singed her hair the other night. Good Lord. Okay, there. Everybody's going back, laying down again. All right. Yeah, I just disrupted all of them. They were all asleep. Oh, goodness. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, Prest, I have to agree with you there. Sometimes if I hold back emotions a lot and don't allow them to come out, it makes me feel very closed up, you know? I'm referring back to her. I didn't say practice crying, I said crying cleanses people. Thank you guys. They are they're sisters. They have all they're beautiful, but they got a love-hate relationship going. 1 minute, like right now, they're cleaning each other, and 5 minutes from now, there'll probably be one will knock the other one right off the tree. Like, oh, let's see. Let me try to. Oh, did he see it, Bond? Did he actually see her face? Here, come here, little one. The other one, the bee is more. It's a lot more shy about like, is it okay if I come up there or is it not okay? Let's see. Let me scroll down here and let me catch up. Hi, Dana. Let's see. Okay, good. She has a sweet face. The other one has the grumpy face, like that grumpy cat that they make cartoons out of. Come here. Come here, Bee. Come here. Come on. Yeah, she's not sure Is it okay if I come up there or not? She's not sure. Kosa, we are doing good. How did your live end up doing last night? Like I said, I only got to see it for a short while. Let's see here. Oh, nope, you can't climb on the computer because that won't go over well. No, come over here. Come here, right here. Oh, see, I said something to her. She turned around. Now she's leaving. She would try to walk over my computer. I'm like, ooh, that would not be a good thing. I wouldn't be able to see any comments. Bond, yes. And it's also the opposite. If I if I withhold feeling, if I cannot stop as far as being an empath, I can only push some of that away for a certain amount of time. Um, and if I do it too much, it kind of messes with me a little bit. It's almost like I have to allow myself to feel some of that. And if it gets all bottled up within me, it's not really good for me. Well, we love having you here, Dana. I do too. I love my I love my kitties and I love animals in general. She does. She rarely comes up here, but she really does. She's like that cartoon Grumpy Cat. Let's see if I can't move too fast. She's more leery of things. Let's see if I can show her. She's laying here now because she kicked Violet out of her little tree here. Let's see. I move this over very slow. Look, there's her little grumpy face. She does. She has a grumpy face. She always looks like she's upset. Look. Oh, how dare you touch me? You only can pet me when I ask you to pet me. Well, I feed you, so too bad. She does. She has a very grumpy face all the time. But she's a sweetheart though. I know. Now you want me to pet you all the time. Okay, fine. Silly girl. Oh goodness. Oh, Press, were you talking to me, Wendy, or the other Wendy? Because if you were talking to me, yes, my name is Wendy. Kosa, how far ahead of us are you? Because my live ran pretty late the other night and you were just starting yours. So you've got to be a decent amount of time ahead of us. Yes, that was B, Bon. My grandbabies named her and I kind of shortened it. It was Beatrix. I think that's a Harry Potter name or something, but I just shortened it to B. Yeah. And you are right about that, Bon, that um sometimes I do have a hard time sitting still because, you know, working and family, and I have my eBay store, and then I'm trying to do readings for clients, and then I love being doing videos and being spending time with you guys. And sometimes I just have to sit back and take a breath. Because if it was up to me, I would just keep going all day long, trying to squeeze in as much as I can. But sometimes you're right. I just have to sit and relax. I call it doing something in a mindless way. Something as simple as, um, like just watching one of my silly YouTube channels and just sitting down and not doing anything else while I'm sitting there. Yeah. I think a lot of us are like that though. I'm telling you, she does. Uh she does. She looks grumpy all the time, even though she's very, very sweet. Wendy, thank you so much. Thank you for coming and spending time. I appreciate you. Have a great night, Tish. Thank you for spending time. I love you guys. What time is it? Oh, it's only 8. Oh, is that Dana? Is that the the name there is Revelation Tarot? Have a good day tomorrow, Wendy. Yeah, oh, sorry. Sorry, Tish. I thought you meant me saying goodbye. Oh, hey, Jendai. Welcome. It's good to see you. Was that because I know there's been a couple of them, and those they do tend to um they that does happen where they'll confess to something, and sometimes they may have done it, but since sometimes they um yeah. Oh yeah, definitely pressed. You have to. You do. I mean, everybody here knows I work in retail management. And so I'm around so many people, it's not even funny. And if you don't learn to protect yourself, especially, 5 days a week for 10 hours a day, then that would be quite awful. Yeah, concerning the person that um confessed, see, I'm I don't read a lot of the news reports and things like that. Oh, okay. So you're Jendi, you're saying that it's a Robert Lopez? And I agree, guys. I mean, I've been so far behind on the facts of a lot of the case about Nancy. And so I have to, lately, I've been making myself sit down, watch like Savannah's interview, kind of connect with her even in an interview. Let's get a sense. Yeah, Vaughn, it's an unfortunate. Oh goodness. WW, I'm telling you, I've got like a 2-year plan, and that sounds almost too far away from retiring. Yeah, it's unfortunate when people, and I think it's a form of mental illness when they confess for things that they actually didn't do. Um, and the really bad part about that, it's sad that they do that for their own sake, but it's really hard on the family, and it's hard because then all of a sudden there's a lot of police or whoever law enforcement that have got to do that extra work to see if it's real or not, and it could take them away from um what do you call it, where what the work that they need to be doing. Yeah, it I feel like the older we get, the harder it is to keep working sometimes, and it's like you just want to see the light at the end of the rainbow. Like, is there light shining through yet? Because oh goodness, some days I just say to myself, I am just way too old for this. Yeah, press a lot of time. Most of my channels I also watch on my TV, so it's pretty rare um to be in chats. um Press, for your question on how I do it all, uh, some days it's really hard. But I have goals, and if I want to cut back at least to part-time on working, then there's all these steps that have to come first. So I just keep reminding myself of that goal. Like, yep, nope, I'm bone tired, my feet are killing me, my back hurts. I just want to do such and such. Nope, you can't. You have to just keep going forward. But yeah, some days it's pretty hard. Like today, it was a hard day. It was just one of those days that were like, oh, goodness, I really don't feel like going to work tomorrow, you know? Well, it doesn't help that I've got 12-hour days coming up because we have inventory. And you don't have a choice when you're in management. You have to work. The other Wendy has not said anything about having a channel. She might. but I haven't heard her say anything about that, and she's just kinda just starting her journey with her gifts. Yeah, what threw me off is, I wasn't expecting to get a divorce, and so after the divorce, I had to start completely over again. So that's why I have to do so much right now. Yeah. Alessandra, I'm just feeling that every day now. A lot of it does not make sense. And yeah, that's kind of why I went back and did the reading on Tommaso again. Because I wanted to see if new things were gonna come out. And they did. About him, what's going on within him right now. So I thought that was very interesting, the things that came out. Let's see. Bond, that is my goal. Yeah, that's 100% my goal. When I'm at work, I think of this. I think about clients I'm doing readings for. I think of the readings that we're doing on the Nancy case. It's like I just call it my happy place. I come home, get my cup of coffee, and then say, okay, which reading do I need to do today? And I've been on my feet for 10 hours, and that kind of goes away, and I'm back in my happy place again. Yeah, for that to happen, Bon, I really growing a channel is to me the hardest thing of this because the slightest thing on YouTube concerning the YouTube company is if something in their algorithm, if they don't find whatever their software is saying that what you're doing right now is not relevant, they just don't show people your videos as much. Yeah, I feel like so many intuitive readers, if they have a cat, they feel that energy, and if mine sometimes I really do have to block off the side of my desk because she would want to be right up here on top of my cards, and I wouldn't be able to get the reading done. Um, so sometimes when I'm in a little bit of a hurry, then yeah, sometimes I just have to say, okay, girl, can't be doing that. I just realized I messed up my my camera and I never fixed it. Um, Let me see here. Oh, it will happen. I am determined, Bon. Oh, that's the one I was seeing there. I probably I don't know. I wouldn't worry about that, press. Um, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. Because at a certain point, you just have to be your authentic self. Yeah, thank you, Bon. My Violet thinks that she's the star of the show, is what she thinks. And she doesn't come on up here. Like, I actually called her up here, but on her own, she will not come up here on my desk unless I'm doing a reading. I mean, I would have to call her up here. Yeah, that's true, Press. Um, it's it is a lot, but you know, I want it really badly. Um, so if that means that um I have to kind of keep going sometimes, and I have to make time for my family and things like that. But I mean, I went from 40 subscribers, which were just my clients, um, to what was it, 1,500 in 1 week. And I don't know how. People said that um, YouTube started showing my video about my very first video, um, my Nancy video. And I think I saw today it was up to 67,000 views or something. And I'm like, how does that even happen? Like, so I believe in everything happens for a reason, right? Yep. Oh, hi, Kelly. How are you? Yep. Pressed, I take it one day at a time, each and every day. On my days off, I tend to put out a lot of videos. And I put a lot out this week because I have inventory next week. And that's when those 12-hour days are going to be. So I know I probably won't put as much, guys, but I think by Thursday, I'll be back on track again. Yeah, Tammy, she is. Violet does think. Yeah, she really does believe she's front and center all the time. She's back up. She knocked her sister off the tree. She's back up here right next to me. And as long as I'm sitting right here, she has to be right next to me. I love her. Yeah, thank goodness though, Press, it's not always like that. It's just during this time of year. And it can be very stressful because um I'm in charge of three different departments, and my three departments are the highest shrink. So going into inventory, it is very stressful. But at some point you just gotta go. You've worked months to make come into this inventory, it's gonna be okay. And when it the last 15 minutes, I'm I'm like this. Is it time? Is it time? I'm looking at my phone. Okay, 5 more minutes, I'm out. I know I need groceries. Oh well, I'm out. I can get a grocery delivery or something. Oh, yeah, I believe that too. Pressed about everything happens exactly when it's supposed to happen. Let's see. Oh, hey, people are strange. Your name always makes me smile every time I read it. People are strange. I say that a lot in my line of work. I, I, that's like a running joke. Like, what is wrong with these people? Why are they so strange? I am the same way. Absolutely. I'm spiritual. I have my beliefs. My faith is strong. And I go from there. Rachel, we love you too. You're always like a positive um person on the page. Oh, Rachel, were you the one that was commenting a lot about that farmer on my farmer video? If you were, I have like 3 of them that have started making some comments on that video about how good this guy is and stuff, and that I don't know what I'm not telling the truth. Yeah, but I knew that was gonna happen, and I didn't care. Some things, you just gotta kinda go for it. Um, I did read something that, um, what do you call it? The blood outside the door, that they believe that if she was being carried, that's why it's falling the way it fell. Oh, hey. I always have to stop and think, bodacious, full. Thank you. I thought the reading gave us a little bit better insight into what was going on with him internally in his thought process. So, and I liked how Nancy was there. She was helping, and she brought out 2, not 1, but 2 betrayal cards in that one reading, which is quite amazing. Because 2 different betrayal cards came out in her last 2 readings also. It's, I know, Rachel, um, that's me too, um, and yeah, if I feel there's nothing that gets me worked up very quickly is you don't hurt defenseless animals. And normally I would never have done that video, but no. Oh, Dana, when the first one came out, I was like, oh, this is 3 readings in a row. Um, and then when the second one came out in that same reading for him, I'm like, oh, this is something. This is it was just I kind of stopped and I was like, Oh, okay, Nancy. I'm like, okay, I got you. That's okay. Kosa, you take care of your dinner. That's important. Yeah, Alessandria, I talked about that not that long ago. To me, it would be impossible, even if she was 84, she had some serious health issues. You can't get somebody out of a bed without knocking something over. I don't care if it's a little tiny candle sitting on an end table. Something would have been disturbed. Yeah, yeah, that was one of my early on things. I'm like, "Oh, no, no. Something is really wrong with that picture." Yep. It's to me, whoever planned this just didn't do that great of a job. I mean, if you really think about it. I mean, in on one hand, it's we're over 60 days, so in that aspect, I guess they did do, in their minds, a pretty good job of this. Um, but they're also, unless it was intentional, see here, I'll go down the rabbit hole here, guys. Um, unless it was intentionally done that way to get things to be off of them and deflect. Yeah, I agree, WW. That's sometimes sometimes I do what when it comes to something like that, you don't mess around like that. You don't people that are on the frailer side, children, animals, things that are kind of people and animals that are defenseless. That's that'll push my buttons every single time. I know, that's Alessandra. That's my question. Did she ever? Or did she get brought home and people were already there waiting? Kosa, um, Wendy had to leave. So many things he did. You know what? Some Bond on that. I felt him. There was something there, and all I did was see his picture. Bond, I have to kind of go with um what my intuition is telling me. If it's not directly, he was there might have been some indirect things going on. Yeah, I know. I know. See, and Bond, that's what doesn't it makes no sense. And somebody that was kind of like on the spur of the moment, oh, okay, this is a nice house. Oh, I saw she looked, like she's frail or something. They wouldn't have walked up to her front door with the ring and went right to the Ring doorbell and even bothered to go and get something to cover it up, it there would have been no reason. Now, somebody just um, coming to burglarize a house, one, they would have seen that those, security doors, they're almost impossible to get open, guys. Even when SWAT teams go up to, um, get access to a house with a search warrant, they have to have the vehicle actually pull it off the hinges. So if if it was just some random burglar coming to steal something, they wouldn't have gone into the front one. They would have gone where it was less light, less everything. They would have gone around the side of the house. Yeah, I know. And what was even the point? What was even the point of the weeds? You know, like, because we don't see what happened after that. It just it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, and looking the camera straight on, like, that's not that's not somebody there just to, "Oh, let's break into this house." I know. The person walked straight up to it, looked, I mean, really close, turned around, went and got some weeds. I'm like, the first time I saw that, I'm like, "Oh, I may be wrong, but my gut told me that was not real." It was not real at all. Yeah. Bond, in my opinion, he had something to do with it. It might have been both. I always have to make sure I go, it's just my opinion, not facts, not written in stone. Yeah, Kelly. And for it to come out through Savannah that the back doors were propped open, that was just ridiculous. I think somebody was in the home, propped the doors open to be able to let somebody in. I know. Pressed, I agree. And every time I would go and I looked at the articles about that farmer, all of his followers were right there putting, so I knew they would come here. Yep, WW, that's what I say. I always say, yep, just my opinion. I know, Alessandra, it's just, I don't know. It's sometimes I think and I go, come on. If they had really set this up like this, could they really have been this stupid? I try not to say that about people, but looking at that Ring video and it looks so staged to me, and yeah. Yeah, Tammy, I have my I haven't gotten anything about that aspect, but I've gotten I've gotten feelings concerning that type of scenario. Yeah, I mean, Bond, that was the other thing when I was watching, I'm like, it's like he knew right where everything was down to, oh, okay, let me go up really close to this. And he made a beeline for this ring camera. He already knew it was there and got really close and then turned around casually and got some weeds and was put, guys, burglars are not that dumb. It to me it was like it was just like such I the first thing in my head is like, oh, that is such a bad acting job. Oh, oh, when it comes to them, Rachel, you mean the Nancy case? Yeah, Kelly, I thought the same thing about that memorial walk. And I'm like, it it felt so forced to me. Yeah, I watched a really good 15-minute video from a YouTuber. And man, he made perfect sense. Um, he went through her video, her interview, and he had some really good points about that. About she's Savannah doesn't do anything without a reason. And in that, it was like she was purposely saying certain stuff. Um, the other thing, and I really liked how he did this, he put a black screen up and he said, okay, this is what people do. Private investigators, the police, they say, okay, who was the last? And he listed off all these questions, and the answer to every single question was family. Who was the last people to see her? Family. Who was it? Family. Who? It it just went on and on, and the way he put that visual there, I went, oh my gosh, I never even put all that together. Yeah, I know. If the cameras were all off, how where did the video come from? Yeah, Tammy, I almost felt like Savannah was doing it almost like a to kind of almost shield them. Did anybody else feel that? Like they were walking together, like they were one person, like to almost shield their faces. Not Savannah's, but Annie and Tommaso's face. Am I the only one that thinks like that? Yeah, she's Savannah, I've said this for a long time. She didn't get to be where she was or is in her career without being an incredibly smart woman. Yeah, I know. Like they they didn't have the cloud. Like most people that have Ring cameras have cloud because it's set up to automatically upload on a daily basis. Yeah. Um yeah, Alessandra, I felt the same thing. Look, we're united type of thing. And Bond, I thought the exact same thing. Why is he casually walking, the lights on, anybody can see him in this mask, and he's just casually walking to the door, turning around, going back. It it was to me, it was just weird. I feel the same. They're not gonna it's a very common tactic with any law enforcement, FBI, that they're not gonna give out all the information because when it comes right down to it, if they have a suspect and they can get that suspect to start talking, there's only things that somebody who would be involved would know. And that's the kind of stuff they withhold because then they can catch people in their lies. Yeah, I feel the same thing, Preston. It's not just on my channel. No, I don't most people feel like that was not real. Yep, you're right, Rachel. I know. That was very telling to me. And then after that, I'm sure you guys remember, but there's multiple times in my readings after that, it was about the ashes of the earth would come out on a card. And I'm like, good grief, why is that coming out? And the scorched earth. And then some of my cards were showing desert, like where everything's dead. I don't know. That was just bizarre. I know. Most people wouldn't write a card like that. They would just talk from the heart. They wouldn't give this cryptic, weird message. Yeah. Oh, Kelly, um, I keep reminding myself that I know because somebody else told me that there was videos of the walk, and I keep forgetting to go back and look at it and try to find it. Yeah, Rachel, I don't know for sure, but my lately in the last few readings, I have gotten that feeling about Savannah. Um, Especially like things she's saying in interviews. If you read between the lines. Yeah, yeah, Dana, and it was that the ashes on the scorched earth or something. I'm like, what the heck kind of thing is that to say? Yeah, pressed in my latest, um my video I just did this week about Tommaso, a lot of stuff that's going on within him, and one of the keywords kept being hidden. Hidden secrets, hidden the I know. WW I wouldn't that be something if that card ends up having something to do with Nancy's passing? I think a lot of us have thought about that. Like, ooh, lately I've been getting bonfire cards and stuff like that. And it's like, oh Lord, I hope not. There's certain things in my readings that I was like, oh Lord, I would be more than happy to come back, make a video saying I was so wrong. I would I wouldn't worry about doing it at all. In fact, I go so far as to say, man, I hope I'm wrong. Because if I'm right, this is going to be horrible. Yeah, Presto, quite a few of us have talked about this Uber thing. Yeah, it's that's bizarre to me. Yeah, I mean, something about when he dropped her off or something, that he supposedly just dropped her off and supposedly just drove off, and it's pitch black out where she lives. Hey, Kelly, that's I enjoy it. I enjoy listening to all you guys. You guys come up with some really good ideas about things, and it kind of makes me think. And then when my next readings or so, I try to incorporate those things. Good night, Prest. Have a great night and a great Sunday tomorrow. Oh, Dana, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, hey, Sandra. I kind of thought the same thing. Like, was that so they could say, oh, we send her home in an Uber, or we had an Uber pick her up, or yeah, yeah, I know. Like, I have my questions also about timelines and things like that. Thank you, Rachel. I love them. Hey, Kelly. Hey, I'm seeing what you guys are seeing, okay? So, of course, I'm going to take into account what you guys are seeing too. And you guys give me some very good ideas. Yeah, it's unfortunately, I do believe, Dana, that it's it's our time. When it's our time, it's our time. Yeah, I know. That's what I thought too, Bon. I thought, that is what a morbid thing to say about the ashes across the scorched earth. I'm like, what in the world? That is just such a bizarre thing to put in a memorial card, especially when they were at that point, there was still kind of hope being kept alive about that she would be found. So why put stuff like that in there? Yeah, and but Sandra also didn't Savannah also say that in one of her interviews, and that's what she called her mom? Alessandria, I haven't decided yet about the sheriff thing. Oh, Stacy, I know it came up a few times in conjunction with Savannah, and didn't it also come up about the Island with her husband or something? There was some connection there. I haven't felt that though. Doesn't mean that that isn't true. It's just for me. I know. Bon, I agree. Just something. Oh, yeah, Tammy, you're right. It's the blowing on the embers, and I'm like, good Lord, lady, how morbid are you? Yeah, I think that's what they called her. Yeah, and I instantly thought back on how I'd gotten a card in a reading for Nancy that showed a bonfire. And so that really creeped me out when they wrote that in there. Somehow I can't see Savannah being the one to write that. Hey, Beverly. Yeah, I hope everybody's going to have um a great Easter tomorrow. Yeah, Jennifer, she does. Yeah, Beverly, that's what I was thinking too. It was very dark. Yeah, that is fine. Longfellow, she is not. Um, yeah, I learned out after the fact that he also writes poetry sometimes. Yeah, I believe you are correct. Oh, it's almost 9, guys. I better call it a night. I got a couple things I need to get ready for work tomorrow, but I've really enjoyed this. This is exactly what I needed tonight. Oh, really? Oh, I'll have to see about doing that, Alessandria. All right, guys. Thank you so much for spending time out of your busy day here on my live and and spending time with each other. I appreciate that so much, guys. Bye. You don't have to say you're sorry. I thought it was kind of funny. You guys have a wonderful, happy Easter tomorrow, no matter what you're going to be doing. Um, and like I said, later on in the week, I'll probably be catching up because my inventory's on the 8th. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for giving me your time, which is precious to each and every one of us. All right. All right, guys. Bye. See you in the comments.